Have you ever wondered why some people are just not affected by God's word? That don't, no matter what they hear or see, the words just don't penetrate into their heart. Have you ever been in a spot where no matter how many sermons you listen to or people spoke to you about God, what they're saying, it just could not hit your spirit, it could not hit your heart. Hello, everyone. My name is Marquita, but you can call me Q. This is a faith based channel to help you grow in your faith and get closer to God. Today, we're talking about the hardness of the heart toward God. Whether you're a non believer or a believer, experiencing hardness of heart towards God and why you go through that, why sometimes believers go through this. Psalms 36 and 1 states, transgression speaks to the wicked deep in his heart. There is no fear of God before his eyes. Sin is not just an action, but it's a voice. It is a spirit, a whisper of influence in the hearts of those who reject God. And not just for non believers, but this can apply to believers as well. Because even demons believe in the Lord, their hearts are hardened toward him. So they do not follow what he commands. They do not have faith in him. And believers, because of long suffering or things that they have been through, their heart begins to harden towards God. And this opens up a foothold for Satan, for sin to whisper to the hearts of those that begin to harden towards God. So the word transgression comes from the Hebrew word "pisah," meaning rebellion, crime, and sin. It is a deliberate breaking of God's law. Sin doesn't just appear, it speaks, it pursues, it takes root in the heart of those who have turned away from God. It can start out with something as small as a white lie and build upon that, as small as being disobedient toward what God has told you to do and build up on that. So we have to be very careful and cautious what we do as followers of Christ, as believers of Christ, to be sure we are not even giving a hairline crack for the devil to slip his little small toe in there and affect our lives, because he is like a prowling lion, always looking for those he can devour. He is on the lookout. So don't even give him a hairline crack into your heart to allow sin to whisper into your heart, into your thoughts, into your mind. James 1:14 through 15 says, but each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. Then desires, when it has conceived, gives birth to sin, and sin, when it's fully grown, so do not let yourself get caught up in your own desires, your own beliefs. Even leaning into your own understanding is getting caught up into your own desires because you have a desired outcome. That is your own understanding. So don't let sin come in any kind of way. It is very crafty, it's very cunning, it's very sly. It could be a chameleon in your life by the simplest things. Take caution, take heed, be on the lookout for sin trying to slither into your heart. Point two, the wicked bear the fruit of sin. When sin starts as a whisper, it grows into a life, and you will find yourself drifting far away. We'll start from missing one devotional session to God, to missing two, to missing three, to where it just becomes a lifestyle of you not spending time with God outside of something service. It can start with one little white lie that builds up to where now you're consistently lying, trying to keep up with this one white lie you had said in the beginning. The word wicked comes from the word rasha, meaning guilty and hostile to God. When sin takes root, it doesn't just stay hidden, it grows. It manifests in actions, decisions, and an overall rejection to God. Sin that takes root bears the fruit of wickedness, whether that be in rebellion or disobedience to God. It will start surfacing in your actions, in your behavior. You will start living in accordance to the flesh. You'll start gossiping more, start being more a part of the world and secular things and leaning less on God and things of spirit. Matthew 7:18 tells us a good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Point three, there's no longer any fear, reverence, or conviction when it comes to the Lord. Without fear of God, nothing restrains the wicked from continuing sin. You have to ask yourself, why am I being disobedient to the Lord? Why am I not seeking his face? Why have I stopped getting in my word? You need to pause and reflect on your actions and the fruit you're currently bearing to get to understand your circumstances so you can know what is going on in your life. Because you lost that reverence for God, because you lost that love for God that your flame has started to die out, you have put your focus off God. And that's why your heart is beginning to harden spiritually. That no matter how many sermons you listen to or people try to speak to you, it is just not hitting. You get tired of hearing people say, pray about it, ask about it. You start smacking your lips and rolling your eyes. You don't want to hear it. Nothing you hear can help you out of your current circumstance because you have lost that fire for God. But what we fail to do is ask ourselves why and then begin to look for a process to get it back, to rekindle that fire, to figure out where we let sin whisper into our heart, where that hairline crack is in our foundation, and fill it up with the blood of Christ. Now the question is, how do we get out of this? Number one, get back into your word, even if it's for 15 minutes. Start small. Just like when you are extremely sick, 'cause that's what sin is. It is a sickness. When you're sick and you have to start off eating liquids, drinking soup, you got to start back on that spiritual milk again. You can't go right back to the meat. It's not going to digest well. Start small. Drink the liquid. Fill that void with the living water of Christ. Start praying. Prayer is nothing but a conversation. Get vulnerable with God. Tell him how you're feeling. Tell him what you're experiencing. Tell him, talk to him about it. He will help you understand how you even got to where you are in the first place. Examine your own heart. Ask, why am I tolerating this? Is there sin that I'm tolerating? Next, go back to fearing the Lord your God. Go back to your first love. Pray to Him, worship Him, spend that intimate time with Him, getting to know Him, rekindling your relationship with the Lord. You have to have tenacity to grow, to walk this faith walk. It is not for the faint of heart. When you're in rebellion, when you're in sick, your head is weary and your heart faint. So you need to take care of that first and get out of that state of being to walk strong in your journey with the Lord. The voice of sin is always listening, but will you listen to it or will you listen to the voice of the Lord? Will you fall back into your ways of the flesh or will you continue walking forward in the ways of the Spirit? Comment down below, Lord, soften my heart if you're choosing to walk in accordance with the Spirit and not the flesh today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more faith content to help you grow in your faith and intimacy with God. Follow me on Instagram, faithstepswithGod. And remember to travel the world that requires faith. Bye.